Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for coming by the channel once again to see some more Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. I'm the homie Nako, bringing you some content finally after I know what felt like an extended break. In a sense, it was not something that I wanted to happen, but I don't know, for anybody that's been checking out the channel and has been returning, I appreciate it. The last upload that I did, I was practically felt like it was the day after I felt like I was practically dying or whatever, because I was like really sick. And then, it took me actually quite a bit to recover from it. As a matter of fact, I actually did end up making a video for the Dream Collection that had come by recently, with featuring Nita and Hyuga. Now, the thing is that I was still kind of sick, and I was like, you could hear all the phlegm or whatever that I still had in my throat. And it had been a week, and I hadn't fully recovered yet, and it just felt kind of weird. But I still wanted to make sure and the thing with it too is that when I recorded it, it was already like towards the tail end of the Dream Collection, which was already late. But like I said, I had been feeling sick, and even then, to make matters worse, after I completed the recordings and I was gonna get set to start uploading them, I was like, what happened here? All I could see was my face, and I could hear myself, but there was absolutely nothing going on in the back. So then I came to realize that when I did the recording, I was on the wrong scene for OBS, because I have a couple of different setups for whenever I run. Like right now, I'm recording off the emulator, right? Because this is one of the gift accounts that I'll be doing when I do a giveaway towards the anniversary. And it's a different setup when I use my mobile phone to be able to do the videos and everything running from my main account, right? And so, yeah, I was recording. I could see on my end, but unfortunately, I had the wrong scene selected. So even though I could see here when I was running the alts, the scene for the alts, but I had it set up to record from the main account. So that video was lost completely. Unfortunately, and part of that got me down a little bit, because sometimes I'm a little harsh on myself. I could be my worst critic sometimes, and when I make like little mistakes like that, they're just small, they're just small. It's not the end of the world. I understand. Well, I'm getting myself to that point of understanding that, okay? And that's part of the things that I want to continue to advocate for mental health, and wellness and stuff like that. Because there's times where I could, I do it to myself. Where something like this, like I mentioned, is not the end of the world. But it was frustrating because, it's kind of like I finally had the energy, even though I hadn't been feeling well. I finally had the energy to go ahead and, all right, I'm going to record and blah, blah, blah. And then to have made that mistake, it was a bit, it sucked. It sucked. And I know it's not the end of the world. I know it's not. But again, it was just frustrating. And then just trying to, find ways to, learn to just deal with situations like that. I did let it, get to me a little bit, but then, with the skills that I've learned through the assistance that I went to go find, I'm managing some of those emotions better. I know it's like first world problems that it sounds like, but there's just a lot of stuff that's going on in my life right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in life in general. Life is hard. Even when things could be seeming like they're looking good, there's still a lot of struggles that we all deal with as people, as humans, every single day. No matter how small they are, we all deal with things differently. We all have our own struggles, and the way that, we manage them and try and cope with them, that's where it becomes a challenge, And then after, I think the pandemic happened, I think it really kind of like put us in a position where I don't know, maybe that mental health assistance that we always thought we didn't need, like I'll get over it, or blah 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 blah, and sometimes we never do, and it's not a bad thing to go and ask for that help. So, I wanted to clarify also that the previous time that I made a video where I spoke about mental health, I wasn't saying I hope it didn't come off as like, this game, this game is giving me anger issues and blah, blah, blah. Nah, but, there's always just stuff that's going on in your daily life sometimes that, because we're not managing them effectively when something small happens, like selecting the wrong scene to record. You don't like, not to say that I was a person that would like lose my, and I just got down on myself, and yes, I would get upset. Yes, I would be one of those people that was just like, man, it's just nothing goes right for me and blah, 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 this. I'm just as a complainer, a big complainer, okay? And so, yeah, this is not necessarily the way that I was intending the video to go. I actually wanted to keep it short in terms of like what had been going on with me, and then just, kind of like, all right, guys, but let's blah, 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 blah. But, I can be a talker sometimes, okay? So, I guess I just wanted to provide you with a quick update as kind of like what had been going on with me. There's still a lot of stuff that I have to sort through. The next 3 days are going to be interesting because it's part of like my career for the time being in education. There's going to be a big event going on for the next 3 days that's going to, require some sacrifice. And it's going to be first time I ever participate in such an event, so it's going to be interesting to say the least. And but it's always just to try and improve conditions and stuff like that. So wish me luck, everybody. Now for the good stuff. Well, before we go to the good stuff, let me go and say also, because I know that it sounds like I said, I could be a big complainer, okay? And I don't want to just complain. I want to be able to provide positivity, provide some words of encouragement and stuff like that, and also provide gratitude. That's something that I want to learn to do every day as well. Say thank you for a lot of the things that I do have, for the fact that I'm thankful that I'm able to even be able to be here right now and do this right now. Yes, it's kind of like I could focus on how much like, oh man, it's been a week and a half and I haven't done anything and blah, 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 blah. And I kind of did for a little bit. But at the same time, I'm here, I'm doing it. I finally got the energy at 11:03 p.m. And that's another thing that I'm working on, trying to go to sleep earlier, so I'm messing up my own sleep cycle and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know. But positivity. Okay, so I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I'm here. I'm thankful that I'm doing this. I'm thankful just simply for the fact that tomorrow, well, hopefully, tomorrow's another day where we can try and improve things, where we can try and make things better, and maybe go past the point of just surviving the day. And I am thankful for just being able to talk to you. I'm thankful for the support that has been shown my way. I'm thankful for the fact that a lot of you are like really enthusiastic about the stuff, the content that I provide. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, so just wanted to say thanks. And now we'll proceed to my analysis of the players. Okay, so please don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for some more content. I promise you. Well, no, I shouldn't promise you this, but I hope. I'm gonna try my best so that it's not always a therapy session for you. But it's all right with you guys. I don't mind sharing. As you can see, like my thoughts and my feelings and stuff like that, because we're human. All right, we're human. We're all in this together, and let's do this. Okay. Oh. And then when it comes to this game, okay, remember that there's a lot of stuff that could be frustrating about it. But again, it's a game, okay, guys? It's a game. Let's have some fun with it. Let's enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, I can understand, but maybe try to do something else. I was actually, not because I stopped enjoying the game. Well, no, it's not that I stopped enjoying the game. It's just that, again, like I said, I'm dealing with all this stuff, and it's been hard for me to play it as much as I want to. But at the same time, I have ideas of other games that I would like to feature, and other games I would like to play, other things I would like to do. Final Fantasy 11 is something that holds a very special place in my heart. I loved it back in the day. I might get back into it because I was able to recover my character. Maybe I'll feature some of it on the channel, but I really don't know. But it's 11 and I need to hurry up with this analysis, right? Okay, before I keep getting distracted, because I guess I'm gonna get checked for ADHD soon, I hope, because then I'm like, oh, squirrel, oh, there's a squirrel, and I'm trying to focus here, man. Come on, let's go. Okay, so we have the FC Barcelona selection transfer right here. Is a step up, of course. 5 steps, 220 dream balls. Is it worth your dream balls? Should you be pulling? Well, let's see. We have a Tsubasa toughness type. The only reason why you're gonna pull for this player is if you got the money, because you know you're gonna want to get the exclusive skills that this card has. Maybe not so much the cross hawk shot, but if you add the cross hawk shot to, let's say you already have the Super Dream Festival Tsubasa, the main thing that this shot has right here is that it sends up to one opponent who's in the ball's path flying. And I think, to me, this type of effect is the most important effect when it comes to shots. Having the ability to send the goalkeeper flying is always a plus. Okay, in my book at least, I feel that from what I had been playing online, that whenever my Santana was shooting against the Genzo, even though the bar would always show that Santana is technically lower than Genzo and Genzo should have the probability to stop him, Santana would send them flying often. Not always, but often. At the very least, the threat is always there. Okay? And I know that I've been on the receiving end of it, that whenever I get shot at, and sometimes the one that I hate the most is when I get shot from far away, and I'm like, no way, and boom, my goalkeeper goes, you know, and I'm like, come on, dude, he shot it from like way too far, blah, blah, blah. So just having that little bit of an effect seems to be always like an extra little addition of RNG. And that's the thing, the game is basically built on RNG galore. Okay, now the other thing he has right here is the snap sliding, but when I think about it, let me see on my main account, because right there is where I have my Tsubasa. And Tsubasa, you have submarine defense. Okay, I guess so. Submarine defense, which is a farmable skill, okay, from the event. If you manage that tackle, it used to be his strongest tackle at 440 force, but this new tackle he has, snap sliding, is at 465. So obviously there's a 25 difference, an increase in 25 momentum or force or whatever. 390 compared to 415 in terms of the stamina consumed. So obviously this one's gonna be a little bit higher, and it's only 25. Okay, 25 for 25. Okay, so that's cool. And then for Tsubasa, I don't know if he just never has a pass that's different from flying drive pass, but that seems to be the standard passing skill for Tsubasa, for every Tsubasa that there is. Now the thing with this one, the reason why I mentioned the money, of course I'm kidding, but at the same time, you know, most likely if you have Super Dream Fest Tsubasa, you're not gonna pull for this guy to replace him. You're not. The thing that's odd about this one is that you see the shot right here, right? 9327, but the power, look at that. The power is useful because why? Because you could send somebody flying. I don't know if it's ever been proven that there's a direct correlation to the power stat and to the stat of sending them flying, other than there's like a formula or something that's used to calculate what your in-game stats would be, right? Based on what you have here and then this, how shot and power they get multiplied in some way or added, and then I think divided by 2 on the power, something like that. I forgot. I wish I had access to the spreadsheet that some of my fellow YouTubers have, you know. I shouldn't even be calling myself a YouTuber just yet, but you know what I mean, right? So the thing here, like even what I noticed, Mueller is always the goalkeeper with the highest power, and I feel like usually he's the one that I see is the one that least often gets sent flying. Least often does he get sent flying. Okay, now does that mean that this Tsubasa is not good? No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. This Tsubasa is actually pretty good. Pretty good. I like more to me as a playmaker. Now the thing here is, this is gonna help him to possibly score on Genzo. I think he might, because a 20% increase right here. Okay, 9327. 10% increase is 93, so 20% is 186, or rather 1,800. and 60. So that means this is going to be 87. And then what I say, 1,800, right? So that makes it a 1. You add a 1 over here, 11,000. 11,000, what did I say was right here? 987 or something like that, right? So about 11K. But then this one right here, woo-wee, this one's going to go very high as well. Right, so this one is almost 15K. So at 15K, 20% is almost what was it? So that's 1,495. So almost 1,500. Almost 3K. Wow. So the power will go up to like about 17 or so. All right. So possibly score on Genzo. Will he score on Gino or Zeno Hernandez, the Italian goalkeeper from Dream Collection? I don't think so. I think his stat is way too his shot stat is way too low, and right here is a Japanese player killer, so he's not gonna get the same stat boost against him as he will against Genzo. So this is gonna have very limited use, and I don't like that, because then that's the primary skill. If they had made the tackle skill the primary skill and made this one an additional skill, it would have been nice. But now the fact that they made him the main skill, that means that you are locked into this skill, and you will, let's say you didn't want to really make him a shooter, then you're forced to do six skills only, as opposed to having access to 7 of them. But let's say you don't even have a Ribaul. If you don't have Ribaul, then this is already useless right here, you know? So if you're newer to the game, I don't think you're pulling for this one. But the only thing is that I think this pass stat right here is exceptional. However, the technique is very low. I do not like this. That contributes to the overall pass stat, the technique, and I don't like that. I want to say, but that's just me guessing, all right? I want to say that almost the technique has something to do with, like, let's say when you're passing the ball or something, I wonder if the higher your technique, the less of a chance you have of, you know, sometimes you're winning the matchup, and then through RNG, the defender comes and boom, kicks the ball away, right? Even though you had won the matchup. Maybe, I don't know. I'm guessing, okay? I'm guessing that there's got to be some other use to the technique other than just contributing to the pass. Okay? And then the thing is that, yeah, he has direct hotline right here, which is nice for the forwards. But, you know, he doesn't have chance maker. This is nice. But a lot of people have, you know, skill block cancel. So, who knows? I think this Tsubasa is mostly for the skills. Okay? But if you don't have any other Tsubasa, I guess we could pull for it. Okay, Chavi. Now check it out too. You see? 34,000 right here. 31. That's a nice stat on physical. But look at right here, 35. Let me see how he was defensively. Okay, his tackle's nice and his intercept is nice. Okay, but I still don't like this technique right here. I don't like it. So that's the thing. Like, let's say the technique, if it affects when you pass it to reduce the chances of the defender kicking it away, would that mean, like, if you intercepted, does that mean that you have less of a chance to actually intercept it and stay with the ball? And instead you just probably kick it up. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay. All right, Chavi. Defensively, you see he's AM and DM, but defensively he's a little lackluster. Oh, not lackluster. Actually, he's only low because his block is super low. All right. They kind of did okay. However, this is what I don't like. Okay, so check it out. This is already really high. This is good. This is nice. This is extremely high. This is really good. This is what I don't like. Why? Like, I thought, oh, this is cool. Look, this is low, but they didn't screw him in the stats because they gave him a good tackle stat, a good intercept stat, and they justified a low block stat. But why? Why? Even if you're just inflating the stat, why? What is the purpose of him having this shot stat right here? And this power, look at this power. Why? Because there's no shot skill right here. And any other Chavi player that you want to look up does not have a shot stat. And then when they did have in the shop, which, by the way, they don't have the shot. They don't have the shot skill in the shop right now. They had some lame shot. I think it was like technical compact shot or something like that. And that's like a really, I forget what's the momentum on that shot, but it's not necessarily good. And these are your only options. Look, this is the newest one right here. This one absolutely does not have a shot. This one right here absolutely does not have a shot. This is the strongest intercept, by the way, and this one was exclusive to the anniversary because you see the official Spain jersey. Okay, so you're stuck with only this one, which isn't bad. However, when you're coming across right here, okay, 60% chance. Okay, that's cute, I guess. However, this guy doesn't have special skill block cancel. So if you have him as a defensive midfielder, he's not going to be all that great. Even though he has this brand new tackle right here, and I like that his speed stat is good to complement his tackle stat, he's still not going to be that great of a defender because without special skill block cancel, with one tackle and one intercept, it's going to be a little bit easier to get by you. Okay? And now the thing with this guy too is that he doesn't have auto intercept. And Spanish club players stats 1.5%. Is your squad full of Spanish club players? I highly doubt it. So this is going to have minimal use. This is nice. This right here, again, very limited use. You need to have Catalonia Tsubasa, which your only options are this brand new one right here, or the Dreamfest one that you don't really get to use anymore because he's been left behind. Okay, so this is limited. And this Catalonia Ribaul, well, he's the Dreamfest unit, is the newest one. So limited use right here, and it's only 10% on the recovery. So it's just 60% chance, just okay. I love this. This is one of my favorite passive skills there is, but without the special skill block cancel, again, and you need to have, I don't think this guy has access to two different dribble skills. He has sharp ceaseless stepping, and is that it? That's it. And he only has lure feet. That's the only passing skill he has. Let's check out the shop right now. Okay, so you could have access potentially to two different tackles because I know that this one, the S skill, is offered. I have it, so I know that it's offered. I think that one's actually probably a permanent skill now. And again, if you don't have that intercept from the limited character, then again you are limited as to how much you can do. See? So the new one doesn't even come with this dribble? Wow. And the first one is an extreme unit. So they're all limited units. So if you don't even have this to extract it from an existing unit, and this is the only skill they offer, you see, like I mentioned, they didn't even put the shot. The shot skill sucks anyway. But like, why inflate the stats right there? So don't do that. Okay, 20. But I'm pretty sure, I could have sworn that they have a few other skills for him down here somewhere. Hold up. Oh, no. Okay. See, these guys right here, these generic guys right here are always available. Usually always available. Let's see. And then recently, I could have sworn that they had added some skill for, there it is. Oh, there it is. So it's always standard, I guess. Look at this. 480. I don't think you're scoring too many goals with the 480 shot. Okay, so you could have access to 2 tackles and 1 intercept. Now, the only reason then why you would want to add the shot skill to this Chavi right here is because since he only has access to 1 dribble and access to 1 intercept. I'm sorry, 1 pass skill. Oh, he doesn't have the dribble skill. Wow. Okay, so only 1 dribble skill. He doesn't have any other variation that he could use. If you come into a matchup with somebody like, let's say, Michael, which is heavily used, Dreamfest Michael, the newest one, that has a very good chance of blocking 2 of your skills. If this guy comes across him, sorry. That's it. I want to make sure I didn't mute myself all of a sudden and go through yet another disappointment with the recording. Okay, so because you don't have anything else like that, when you come across a player like Michael, you're toast. And it's very going to heavily minimize your use of this right here. Okay, now the other thing is, let's see, so this is incredible. I love this, and I like that this technique matches up. But with a 480 shot, I don't know that this and this will be enough for him to score. At least not in a way that consistently. He won't score consistently, I don't think. Okay, the dribble stat is nice, the speed stat is nice, but again, his available list of skills are limiting, so it makes it harder to really make use of Chavi. So, good luck with that. Now for Payol, I have the same issue with him. 1 block, 1 tackle, 1 intercept. Okay? And the only way to get his other skills are through, I think, very limited units as well. Where you at? Okay, this guy's got 15. So look, this one's a standard gacha one right here. The only thing that you have that's different is the high power block. Okay? The high power block. But he had crush tackle and he had counter intercept. Alright? Crush tackle, counter intercept. Now, let's see. This one was exclusive to an extreme transfer. No. To the one of the first Barcelona banners that they came out with, right? Gutsy block, blah, blah, blah. High power tackle as opposed to the crush tackle. Okay. But again, you don't have access to this unit. We'll see in the shop right now what is it that they have. This one, I don't remember where you can get this one from. Oh, next stream. Okay, so I guess he's a next stream exclusive unit. These stats are not all that great, but that's not what we are reviewing. Okay, there's another tackle right there. A front dash tackle. Wow. Okay. A little too weak now, but Okay, crush tackle right there. And then this guy that was exclusive also to the anniversary units. Sharp interception. Okay. So, if you want to build up the newest Payol, you need this interception, which you can no longer get right now. You need this tackle, which you can no longer get right now. And then the extra block from this guy, which you can no longer get right now. So, unless you've been playing for a while and you have access to all those other ones, again, this guy doesn't have any special skill block. He doesn't have a special skill block cancel. So anybody that comes in will have, not to say he's completely useless, but it just makes him harder to work with. Okay, so like let's say this guy comes across Santana. Ooh, Santana's gonna, I forgot if I think Santana could take off up to 2 skills, a tackle and an intercept skill. So I like this though, the fact that even though they made him a debuff and he's at 3.5 minus, this one they still kept it relatively high. I think this is the highest that I've seen as a positive bond when paired up with a debuff. Now this one also is going to be very limited. There's not too many people that are going to have a lot of Spanish club players on their team to maximize this. So it's only going to help out, I guess, your Ribaul and stuff. But Ribaul, the way that he was built, I don't think he necessarily is built to be a primary goal scorer. Okay? Especially because that Ribaul is going to have to rely on that full power to get the most out of his shot. So these guys are just meant to support Ribaul and Tsubasa, I guess. I like that he has this at least, auto block and auto intercept. So I need defenders, yeah, but I don't want to pull red defenders. I need more blue defenders, and I'm hoping that they'll return the Tiger Braun from the official Germany squad. Now here's the thing that I don't like, the technique. You see, look at how low that is. I don't like that. The intercept is nice, but look at how they make the technique. I don't like that. I don't like that his dribble is higher than the pass, and his pass is relatively low, even for a defender, I think, nowadays. So I don't like that. Unless you're passing over a Rising Sun player, when you steal the ball, if you steal the ball, right? Okay. We already did that. All right. So, it makes it very hard to recommend to pull on this transfer for these particular players, whether you are a veteran that's been playing for a while or you're somebody that had just started playing, because of those limitations that they have. So the primary draw from these 3 players right here is to basically come up with the Tsubasa to get the skills to complement the strongest Tsubasa in the game, which is, of course, the Super Dream Festival one. And that's the thing too. Like, let's say I do have them in my main account, right? But the thing is that I also have the red Tsubasa that I pulled on the paid banner for, and I was excited to use, only to just have them kind of like sitting there being for me. And it's funny because I normally don't mind sacrificing limited units, but the thing is that I like the angelic sliding, and I like the I like the animation on it, which is why I have it on my main one. But I have access to this skill right here. That's his strongest dribble, and I think I might do it because at 490 with angelic sliding it's good, but the 520 I might be able to do even better through brute force, because this is absolutely, let's see, like 15k and 12k, right? 9k, and this is 14k, almost 15. So almost 2 to 3,000 more than the Super Dream Festival one. But I think I forgot in the way that the shot is calculated in game. I think power, I don't remember how the formula goes, but I think this actually has more of an effect on your shot stat within the game. This contributes, but I think this has more of an effect. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research and try and find that information so I can see how the formula works, so that I can further explain it. But again, if you have this guy and you have him with the best skills available, woo! So again, his best intercept comes from a raid that comes back every now and then, unless they made it permanent already. I don't recall. But the second strongest intercept that he has is this one right here at 465. What I prefer about this one over the other one is that this one consumes a lot less stamina than the other intercept does. The other one is stronger. I think it's up to like 480 or something like that, but it consumes a lot of stamina. Granted that this one, he does get a stamina reduction cost right here. But sometimes if I don't abuse my Tsubasa offensively and I end up using them primarily for defensive purposes, then sometimes my stamina goes down way higher than this allows me to. So I try and, I stick with the wing interception instead. And of course, you want to have something stronger than this if possible, which I do in the angelic interception through the what's it called, through the raid. But I'm gonna consider sacrificing this one. But that's the thing, that's why you're pulling for that other Tsubasa. So let's say you have this and you have this, or the other one that's the strongest intercept, and then now you have the strongest tackle right here at 465. Okay, so making the other Tsubasa even more of a threat. This one right here, because this one's gonna be around for a while. Yes, he's a little bit weaker right here, but at least the technique's a little bit better right there. You, not bueno, but yay, this is cool right here. So, good luck if you decide to pull. Hopefully you found this information useful, and I hope that you enjoyed your stay. And I appreciate the fact that you've come by and checked out the channel, checked out the video. And, and even if you did maybe skip through whatever it was that I said at the beginning and just went straight to the analysis, it's all good. I still appreciate you. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. I appreciate everything that you guys have provided me in terms of like your commentary and stuff like that. I know that there's some people I need to reply to and I just haven't made the time, but I said at the beginning of the video what's been going on with me, right? So thank you. Hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. As always, please, let's try and remember to practice kindness. Let's try and be respectful. Let's try and be responsible. Let's try and be safe. Let's try and show empathy. Let's try and feel compassion. Show compassion. And take care of yourselves, because you matter, okay? You are important, and sometimes we're just going through stuff, and sometimes life is hard. Doesn't mean that you're the only one that is messing up or not doing well, okay? It's hard. Hang in there with much love and peace. See you on the next one. Oh, I didn't even talk about my concert experience, where I did have a good time, actually, now that I think about it, because I won tickets to go see Inner Wave, and that was awesome. I wanted to go see Inner Wave. I needed to go to a concert. That was incredible. I'm going to go to another concert this Saturday, hopefully, if everything works out. So, life is beautiful, everybody.